All right. So, we are here tonight because of a man who's heard and seen all over the capital region, who based on physical appearance, seems to love food, and has gone through painstaking measures to change the pigment of his skin. But enough about your host, Ralph Renna. You know, it's fitting that Ralph reached out to Red Cross tonight, because Red Cross actually cut Ralph a deal. They said that he could keep all the money tonight if he swore to not get another tattoo for a year. Apparently they're running low on their blood-drive needles. If Ralph gets any more tattoos, it will no longer be body art. It's urban camouflage at this point. If he's in a rough neighborhood, all he needs to do is lean against a wall, and he's graffiti. So we had the wolf here from Pix. I don't know where he went now. I am kind of hungry. But I was gonna make all sorts of jokes about how the wolf took over for the Late Show when Joan Rivers retired and hosted Caroline's Comedy Hour back in the 80s, and Ralph Renna told me it was not John Mulroney, it was the other guy. I said, what other guy? Oh, that one didn't. Alright, whatever. But alas, I am following the wolf tonight, which means my career prospects right now match those of DJ Dr. John Cooper. Can somebody please get my agent on the phone, because I need to fire somebody? Actually, better yet, bartender, can I have a bottle of tequila and a steak knife? If I'm going out, I'm doing it my way. But I have to thank both Bob and Ralph, because thanks to them, I am the only entertainer on the dais tonight. Delayed reaction?
Yeah, watch out.
I need the chicken hat, don't I? All right. I somehow saw that one coming. No, but when it comes to Bob the Wolf, I've heard he's a little tough to work with. And I get that, because he's had more partners than the famous Asian hooker Fook Me. I believe you're familiar with the Asian hooker Fook Me. Now, I gotta give Tuffy credit. He cleaned up the streets, he really did. Since his reign as chief in 2005, crime in Albany dropped by 19%. If only we could find some fucking parking. Oh, come on, you had a bullseye on your back for that one. Tuffy, I'm at a loss. I really don't know what to say, because I know that you're still connected, and some of the dirt I dug up on you, if I used, I would go missing tomorrow. I'm more than positive of it. I know he's not even a cop anymore. Let's face it, he wasn't a cop when he was chief, but... So if he drags me out of here in cuffs tonight, I know this is just a citizen's arrest. And when his boys get his hands on me downtown, beat me up, lose the paperwork, it's just Wednesday. I have all the respect for you in the world, and it was really tough to pick on you tonight, because how do you pick on a guy that looks like Judge Wapner after a 2-month bender? We got Roger Martell up here too. And I really wasn't able to get much on Martell, which is actually a lie. I'm just being nice tonight. But I think the only more exclusive club than his clientele is this dais. I mean, seriously, we'll let a wolf and an Oompa Loompa up here, but a woman or a minority? Alright, but seriously, let's get to the man of the hour, Mr. Jerry Jennings. Jerry, you should be lucky that Albany is so progressive and so liberal and so open-minded, because many cities have elected a black mayor, but it takes balls to elect an orange one. Between you and Ralph tonight, I thought I showed up to a friggin' casting call for the reboot of Soul Man. See, I'm glad that being the youngest one on the dais, I could make a controversial 80s movie joke and everybody would laugh. Because let's face it, everybody else on the dais, if you add up their combined ages, it exceeds the budget for the city of Albany next year. We were supposed to hold this roast tonight in the Albany Convention Center. Unfortunately, the Greyhound bathroom was already booked by Fook Me. Before Mayor Jennings was elected, he was a teacher and an administrator, which means that he worked and shaped young minds before they became adults, which is a genius political and personal strategy for success. I mean, the Republicans have been doing it with Pages. The Catholic Church has been doing it with altar boys. And Michael Jackson did it basically for admission into Neverland. But this is proof that a career in politics causes a decline in principles. I'm wondering though, is this why you look like a cross between John Gotti and an Oompa Loompa? You're endearing to children, but you intimidate the hell out of people. So, a little bit more about Jennings. He was elected in 1993, which was the year I graduated high school. That's 8 years ago. 10. I had a hot teacher. When he finishes this term, he'll be tied with Philip Van Rensselaer for the second longest term as Albany's mayor. The longest was held by Etch-a-Sketch Corning, I don't know. He was in office for 42 years. Which means that if Jennings wants, which is also a national record, I don't know if you knew that, but yes. Which means if Jennings wants to beat him, he needs to be in office until he is 87 years old. You already look 102. Yes, but I still look better. Alright, but to Jerry's credit, crime is down, and in 2011, America was voted one of the 10 cities least affected by the recession. Which I'm not sure if this just means that our poor people dress better. But I'm curious, did you take a page out of Bloomberg's book? I mean, where are all the homeless people? If the two of you aren't careful, New York's biggest export is going to be homeless people. In 2009, Albany was recognized as an All-America city. This is a very rare honor that's only given to 10 cities a year. Thank you. However, This program was started in 1894, 115 years ago. That means 1,150 cities. Albany was due. I also find it that Jennings has also signed the National Green Jobs Pledge. This is to build jobs and to help the environment. How does a man who looks like the poster child for the hole in the ozone layer sign any type of environmental legislation? All right, Jerry, you've been a great sport up here, and I have to tell you, I'm a big fan. You were a teacher and an administrator, and it's an admirable profession. You were on the council for the 11th Ward for 13 years. Mayor since 1994. He has always served the community, and he has always spoken for other people. He's advocated for the Pine Bush Preserve and also had a lot to do with the rebuilding of the Corning Preserve. He's the recipient of the City Livability Award, an outstanding achievement for public and private partnership, and he's also received recognition from the U.S. Conference of Mayors and the National Council for Urban Economic Development, as well as the National Civic League. Jerry, Albany's a better place because of you, because of Mr. Tuffy. I thank you for having me tonight, and I thank you guys for being such excellent sports.
Hey, kiss ass, you dropped your swastika. One, two, three.